Things. Welcome all ye periscopers. Okay, so let's do this. There's a little face guy here. What up? Nice to see you. That's me, it's too high. We'll put me down here. Nice to see you, hello, nice to see you. Okay, we're gonna put this form up like this. Okay, so these are my designers. We're gonna rank them. So we're gonna get that all in there like that, nice and tight. Do everyone see that? Okay, now we gotta figure out how to get everything over here. Hi, Jen. Hello, Jen. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, this is rad. All right, here we go. Ye Old Design Inc. Welcome to Ye Old Design Inc., my fine friends. Yes, hello. Finally, I've been meaning to catch you. Well, catch me if you can. Young Justin Flamanana Hana. Somebody had some coffee. That's Ken Schultz. How many are left? Well, there's a lot, my friend. There is like 500 to go through. Here they are, they're up here. There's a ton, okay? So we have lots to do, lots to do. What's up, hero? Drink water, guys. You gotta drink a lot of water, drink that hot water. Okay, so I found this cool tool, openalltheurls.com. So watch what I can do, this is so cool. I can grab a bunch of URLs like this, boom, pop them in here, boom, submit now, boom, open all the URLs. Oh my gosh, so many URLs, what's happening? So cool, right? Don't be jealous. All right. I can kind of see the comments, but not really. So we're gonna move this a little bit so I can kind of see. Can you see the portfolio? It's more important for you to see the portfolio. You can see this. I can kind of not see. I can't see the freaking. Hi, fart. Yo, what's up? Yo, Rumi, you what up? I can kind of see the comments, but I kind of can't. Sorry, poop, fart. It looks pretty. All right, Adam Morse, trying to make the web as fast as possible, highly reliable, cool, feature work, cool, coding machine. This guy's legit. Let's see his stuff. Go colors, tachyons, GIFs, print. Diving in here a little bit. A nice color palette for the web. The old defaults. Huh, kind of cool. SVG. Let's see. That's an SVG test. Zoom in here, whoa, pass, good job. I like Adam, very cool. Ooh, this stuff's rad. Very cool, Adam Morse. I don't know what GFFS is, GFSFFS.com, it's pretty rad. You know what, Adam, I'm gonna give you a 4, but I'm gonna say you're a coder. I gotta come back to you. I don't really have a good spot for you. Okay, next up, Parker Erect. No, that's the wrong. Oh, let's go back. That was Adam Morse again. Print, various print work photography. All right, let's go back to Adam. Here's Adam. He's a badass, obviously. Adam, I'm just kidding. You're not a coder. You're like a unicorn. You're beautiful, man. You do really great work. Good job. Look at the topography. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this nice title here. You know, I love this stuff. The silhouette lettering is really cool. Well done, sir. Well done. Okay. All right, Adam, you're good. You got a 4. All right. Is there people here? Who's here? 25 of you? It's nothing. Let's get more people. Let's have a big conversation about this. Out of 5? Yes. Yeah. 4. Hello, kind sir. Hello, Mr. Michael Deering in the house. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, we're looking at Parker Earhart, product designer. Very good. Lots of really fun stuff here. Okay, let me tell you why, right off the bat, I like Parker, okay? Right off the bat, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of varied UI, okay? I'm seeing really interesting ideas here. I'm seeing he's got mobile work, he's got web work, he's got various a strong consumer focus. He's also, look at this. You see this right here? This is cool. You know why this is cool? A lot of, I don't know if you can get in here, but a lot of designers don't spend a lot of time on things like this, right? Here's the iPhone home screen evolution. Just playing with settings. How can you make those more readable and reliable? And some people would argue that this green and this red are too bright and too like loud, but frankly to a user, that's super clear on or off. I love that. I love his work actually. And look at this. He's not just a flat designer, folks. He can do skeuomorphic. Skeuomorphism for the win, all right? That's cool, man. You can't tell, but inside here, if we zoom in really close, we can't really zoom in that much. There's a beautiful little texture in here, a little highlighting. That's awesome, okay? I appreciate that very, very much. Let's see what else he has in his portfolio. Of course, a weather app. Who doesn't have a weather app nowadays? Really cool though, I love it. And I love this kind of thinking too, just kind of random UI. I don't know that this would work very well in an application, but it's neat to see people think a little bit outside the box. Yes, I just said outside the box. So Parker, you were getting a 4, kind sir. And so to get on Design Inc., just so you guys know, hello, I admit making flat design is easier. Yeah, that's true. So just so you guys know that basically a 4 and a 5 means that you are going to get an invitation to join Design Inc. 3 and below, you are not. And that's just kind of how it is. Okay, so Christian, let's see your brother, let's see what you got. So Christian also has a website. So immediately when I come to Christian's portfolio, there's no apps, there's nothing that there's no products that he's designed, there's nothing that he's created here, but some really cool logos. This is cool, this data planet thing. I don't know what it does, but it looks cool. So we're gonna go in here, and so we've gone into his URL here. So he has Planet OS, which the Planet OS API. Okay, very cool. I don't know much about what that might be, but it looks really neat. So see, this is unfortunate because if he's done work on these dashboards, Christian, if you're watching, I would love to see that here because I can tell that you've done some big data stuff. But gosh, it'd sure be neat to see a little bit more because there's some beautiful illustration work in here, but there's just not enough for me to confidently say you're a 4. So I'm gonna give you a 3 just because there's a lack. I need to see more from you, brother. Okay, Sean Garrity from London in the house. Very cool stuff. I'll talk about some things that really kind of just jump out to me like kind of immediately. The first, and this is kind of a simple thing, but like, I love when people share their logo progression. Can you see this over here? You know, it's not a big deal, but like he's showing, how do I get this thing to replay? I don't know if you can see that GIF play, but I can't get it to play again. Anyway, I love when people aren't afraid to show their little sketches, what they once was and how it kind of grows out of that. He's got some Apple Watch stuff here. Let's look at this. Working on a new website for myself as part of my rebrand. Okay, well, let's look at your rebrand. I like the SG a little bit. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, the SG for me is a little bit predictable. I think that, you know, obviously your name is Sean Garrity. It'd be neat. This is your personal site. Take a little risk. Don't just play with just the letters, SG. I would, you know, it's just too predictable. Think about an emotion or a feeling or a brand that you care about, and you know, maybe there's an animal that can represent who you are. Here we go, here's your personal identity again. It's having like color phantasm. I have been updating my personal brand. Here's the latest progress on my personal brand. You can read more about it as usual on Medium. Okay, I'm hooked. I want to see. Wow, you consulted with Instagram on their logo, didn't you? You told Instagram what to do for their logo, I think. This is nice though, you know, seeing the whole thing like this is not terrible. The color stuff is fun, but again, Sean, I feel like, I don't know, it's just like kind of predictable, right? Like taking your name, putting in a nice type is easy, but look, then you do some beautiful work like this. How cool is this bacon, man? Like how interesting and beautiful is this? It's great. And then look at this football teaser. That's a beautiful mark. That's really strong. I love it. So I don't know. I would kind of go back to it a little bit and rethink that a bit. I think Sean has beautiful creativity, and he has some really strong, like, this is pretty neat. This banking app. Let's look at this. So what do I like about this banking app? I'll tell you what I like and I'll tell you what I don't like. What I don't like is I can't tell where the clear navigation is. I'm not quite sure how to kind of get around in this thing. I don't know, it says select a payment card. Maybe there's some gesturing that I don't quite understand. This UI feels a little weird, like select the tip amount. I would love to see all the other numbers here, right? Like this says 17.5, does it start at 0 or does it go to 50? And I would really rather see things like 10%, 15%, 20%, just tap them. This sliding, while cool, is kind of a lot of work, to be honest with you. And I don't want to do that. I'm there, I'm paying, I just want to go fast. I feel like, you know, something that's really interesting is if you want to look at when you go to Square to check out. Square checkout, if you ever go buy a blue bottle coffee, it's really neat. It's just tap and then done. Confirm payment, etc. Split the bills, kind of a little confusing. So anyway, I'm spending too much time on this, Sean, but I really want to give you a 4, but I can't. I'm gonna give you a 3.5. Almost a 4 though, dude, almost a 4, almost a 4. Beautiful site, Jared, beautiful site. I really love it when designers take time to create their own site. You know, I guarantee you if this is probably responsive, yeah, of course, very nice. So we're gonna pop a few of these open. Oh, magic, something's happening. This is really cool. So he did the NFL draft pick. I love seeing these sketches. Does the 12th pick on average yield better results than the 9th, etc. Love this graphic right here. He has a little heat map interface that kind of gives you an idea on the, like, here, this guy's #1 draft pick. I think that's what that means. Yeah, sort by draft order or risk. All time best worst performance for the spot. It's a little interesting. I don't know if I love it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm sure it shows a lot of thought behind what he's been doing. Let's look at his Twitter for small business. This is neat. So a few things that are interesting about this. One, it tells me that he has the storytelling ability and the product design chops to be trusted by a company like Twitter to do some work. You know, this is hard. What is the value of Twitter? I mean, that's a hard thing to describe to people. He's chosen to use a little illustration. I don't know that this really is that compelling, but I do, you know, I can appreciate the work that went into this. I'm probably only seeing 1/100th of what he's done for this. It probably was this. When I see something like this for a big brand, that tells me that it's more, and I keep looking at my phone, that's why I keep kind of coming over here. All that this tells me is that, like, you know, Jared got to work with a big brand, convinced them to build this and ship this, and I love that. Because being a designer, a lot of being a designer is storytelling and convincing others to what you want to do. Let's look at some of this illustration work. Very cool, very fun, distinct style, you know, rad. So Jared, I'm going to give you a 4. I would give you a little bit higher, but I don't see enough app work here. Let's look at this power shares. Oh, this is really cool. I don't really quite know what this all is, but I wish I had more time. I'd watch all these videos. I'll tell you guys, for me personally, what's hard is I don't necessarily love video reels because it's hard to scrub through them. It's hard to see everything that's in there. I personally prefer layouts of all the UI. And if I come to a page, even if it's like 40,000 feet hard, articulating your decisions should probably become the norm, I guess. Yeah, I think so, man. And the reason why is because there's a lot of times designers make decisions in UI that seem simplistic to me or to anyone else doing the work, but had a lot of thought go into it. And one thing I think about a lot is the Facebook reaction tags, right? Happy, sad, friendly, whatever. What's interesting about those reaction tags is on the surface, it seems like, gosh, a designer probably could have come up with that in 5 minutes. But really, that was probably a grueling decision. Like, how do you take the world's emotions and distill them down into 5 faces? It took some designer there, some real guts to like push that up the food chain. I mean, I can't imagine what a meeting would have been like with Zuckerberg or Ms. Sandberg about, hey, here's the 5 emotions that we think we've distilled all of humanity down into. 5 things, that's it. Happy, sad, angry, what the F, and I forget the other one, Shock and Awe. The one with the black background is my fave yet. Okay. Yeah, me too. Okay, so let's look through this guy's stuff. He's got Behance. Okay, Behance, Dribble. Let's look at this app called Chalk. We're gonna give you a shot. So we're now on Andy P. Andy Penniger from Kalamazoo. And this is great. Real, again, a lot of diversity. I love seeing the diversity from app icons to illustrations to small little feature sets to things like I love crap like this. I love when people put their app UI elements up here. I think it's cool. It shows attention to detail. Now, one thing that I would like to see more of, maybe he has it over here. Yeah, let's look at Chalk. Local chat app, okay, dime a dozen. Let's see how you're different. Chat app. This falls a little short for me, to be honest. I don't know why. Like if I'm looking at this picture here, this threading is really confusing to me. I think that there should be some indentation. Like it's really hard at a blur test. If you blur your eyes on this, I don't know if you can really tell. If you do like blurry eye test on this, it's hard to tell which chat bubble belongs to who. And I think blurry eye test is a really helpful metaphor to look at visual hierarchy. In blurry eye test, you like blur your eyes, like kind of blur so you can't see things. Anyway, kind of fun. A lot of great work here though, man. Real diverse. Print work as well. So Andy, welcome to Design Inc. You get a 4. All right, let's see here. That's Andy again. Andy again. A lot of work. Daniel, Sydney, Australia, freelance web and app designer, currently taking on new projects. I love surfing. I love surfing. So this is neat. The mobile version of my last shot is here. So we're seeing a lot of this kind of, the one critique I would give him of this is it feels a little bit like Medium, like he took Medium and just kind of applied it to his personal blog, which isn't terrible. Like the typography is beautiful. Again, with these personal branding logos, guys, like just using your letters of your name, I feel like you could push it a little further, right? Think about something that's symbolic to you. Think about a point in time or, whether it's a physical object, an animal or something. I prefer to see that kind of stuff. Some wireframes. After seeing those wireframes and his workflow from Charlie Wee, I just had to do it myself. Okay, this is cool, shows how you think. I mean, very nice. I'm really on the fence with you, my friend. I really am. Let me look at your personal site. Let's see if your personal site. This is nice. It's a little Squarespacey, but that's fine. I don't love this. You probably didn't have much choice on this logo. That's not your fault. Don't worry about it. I don't blame you, man. You know what I like? Okay, let me tell you one thing that's cool about this. You see these guys, Commonwealth Bank, Magnus, iTutor or whatever. I mean, this guy's a hard-working dude. He's doing the work that a freelancer should be doing. He's, loving the grind. My new live LA theme. Oh, interesting. Okay. Very cool. All right, so we built a theme, a blogging theme. I love that. All right, Daniel, kind sir, you're gonna get a 4. I think you do a great job. I think that you can handle a diverse set of projects. So good job, my friend. Mark Brook, he's a designer, father, thinker. He's a hard worker. All right, brother. Let's get into here. Very interesting. It looks like a little cloud parade about me. Very cool. I've done some stuff. So, Mark, the challenge for me is I'm seeing just a few projects. I don't see a lot here. When I look at this project in particular, for me, the UI and how the navigation is, again, if you do the blurry eye test here, one of the challenges, you have this word top highlighted, you have this logo highlighted, you have this word highlighted, but really what you want the user to do here is to get started, right? So why is your get started button the same size as all your other crap? Like I would really, because no one's gonna read all these words. No one's gonna read anything down here. No one's even gonna scroll your page, brother. They're gonna scroll this page and get a headache. They don't want this. They're gonna come here, moving. I'm moving, yes, I'm moving. I need a hire helper, cool. hire a helper right now, get started, find someone now. This should be like the loudest thing on the page. I think that's a very kind of, that's, you know, a very simple thing that could really make this page make a big difference. The U-Haul stuff here is, let's go into this. This stuff is hard. This pricing, this organization on a mobile layout is very, very challenging. I like that these pros and cons. I don't know that I would have gone side by side with this with the text. Can add some constraints. I'd have to look at it on a phone. I actually really appreciate this kind of stuff. You know, he's just doing ads, right? And good for him for posting his ads. How many of you guys watching would have posted your ads, huh? Curious about that answer too. What was the question? Sorry, I'm not looking at all the questions, guys. I really apologize. I'll try to answer. I'll try to look a little bit more closely. But this is cool, man. Like, this is real. Like, real designers do crap like this. Like, they do the hard social web ads. Like, it would suck to do this. Like, I would stab myself. Yeah, those are ads, brother. Those are ads, Justin. If this doc is public so we can follow, is this doc public so we can follow along? No, I am not making this doc public. This doc right here, no. This is my secret list of designers that we've hand selected and that we are furthering working on. Nice try though. So Mark Brook, brother, I have to give you a 3.5 because you don't have enough work in your portfolio, my friend. I'm really sorry. And frankly, this was kind of, you know, this is kind of a rookie mistake here for me. The whole point of these sites and why we design them is to convert, is to do some kind of, there's a business goal associated with these things. And while I love your ads and I love your hustle, like, this is awesome. Like, dude, hats off to you for grinding away. Not enough work there. Okay, spent too much time on him. Josh Lee. Damn, Josh, you are prolific. Holy crap. Let's just keep loading Josh. Let's see how far Josh goes. He goes pretty far. It's awesome. Don't look at my dribble, by the way. My dribble's terrible. So I'm like the kettle calling the pot black or something, or however that works. Okay. This is nuts. You got a lot of stuff here, brother. I'm just going to skip through real fast and kind of look at some things that I love here. This is great. He's working with principals, so he's a prototyper, he's a storyteller. I actually, long ago, I did an infographic, found it and posting it for posterity. Let's see it. This is great. What's fun about this design style is I know he probably did this in like 2009, 2008. If you're watching, maybe you can confirm. Let's keep going through stuff. A possible multi-line bar chart. Okay, cool. Cool, very cool. You guys still with me? Give me a little heart tap if you're still with me. Can't really tell. All right, cool, thank you. Thank you. Okay, number of iTunes apps compatible with Apple Watch 2015. This is harder for me. I mean, I know that he's just sketching, but like, he's obviously mentioned two things up top. Yo, 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 good to see you. But I always see one thing kind of down here. I mean, I'm sure he's playing with different things. What I love about Josh is he uses Dribbble the way Dribbble was meant to be used. Dribbble was meant to be snapshots of your work in progress. That's what its original intention was, not having each shot carefully curated. And so I really applaud Josh for showing us his process, right? Designers talking to engineers, he's kind of working through, you know, different things. Like, let's even see what this is. Just a little product announcement. What else has he got? This is kind of whatever. Oh, RDO for life. Let me see if I can find another example. See all these little guys? Like, this is kind of fun. So he's doing some just real-time stuff. This is from 2013, so the work is a bit dated in its feel, but that's okay. It's appropriate for the time that it was posted. And like, people think like, I'm not gonna hire that. I mean, I'm not gonna hold that against someone, right? Like, here he has this piece, Captain Badass Shamamalan, Human Warrior. You know, that's very skeuomorphic. It's good for the times. So look, this guy's been around. He's done a few things. It's kind of a fun little desktop. I think that he's done a good job. If you notice how his design style has changed from skeuomorphic to more of a flat, he's kind of stayed with the times a bit. And here he has an example where he's been pulling some material design on what he's working on. You know, it's cool.
Like Josh is just a worker, man. He's a workhorse. I am gonna give Josh a 4 and bring him on in because I think he'll also do a really good job. User testing, Vincent. I don't know. I have to come back to you, man. Did you do this site? I don't know. Oh baby, here we go. Ben Frankfurter in the house, going crazy. Oh, it's my mouse. Oh my gosh, Ben, you're gonna give me like whatever it is, like a stroke. That's crazy. Okay, he's running the product team at BuildGuard. Okay, let's see what you got, man. I'd like to see BuildGuards, your dribble shots. Let's see the logos you make. I'll let that load. He's from Tel Aviv, very cool. Fun logos, let's look at his logos. I like that one, I like that one, I like that one, and I don't know. That's kind of about it, actually. The hard thing, Ben, I gotta be honest with you, the hard thing for me with you is this thing, whatever this is awesome, right? This is all your logos in a kaleidoscope fashion I can see now. And that's really dynamic. And this whole thing is really creative and dynamic, but then when I come into some of your work, this is kind of fun. Prosper Daily, this is fun. Really slow though, dude, really slow. This is beautiful. I actually really love that. This little app, you guys can't really see it. It's really nice. Scroll. Guys, I gotta tell you, I think I hate this, the scroll thing to make the UI reveal itself. I don't love that. And the reason is because I don't notice it. Like I click on this page, see, that's beautiful. That's really neat. But don't make me scroll to like find it all. Just like either play this in a movie or something. Not bad. So Ben, I don't know, man. I think your logos are good. I think this app is good, but it's just not quite enough. What do you guys think? What do you guys give Ben? A 3.5 or just Ben a 4? What do you guys think? Shout out if you have a thought. Oh, if you're not watching, 3.5, yeah, 3.8. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Look, if Ben, you're almost there. That's what's crazy. So you're really, really close. I'm gonna give you a 3.5, and just to show that I really liked you. There's just not enough here, right? There's just not enough here. And when you compare it to other portfolios, remember, Ben is still an amazing designer, but when we compare it to other portfolios, we don't see the prolificness. Is that a word? Prolificness, the kind of stuff. This is really fun, you guys. I really love this. I love going through designers' work, seeing what they've been up to and their challenges. So, okay, Ayush Iyer, sorry if I mispronounced your name, Ayush. So let's go in here. So my recommendation is, even though Ayush has a nice landing page, is to, just give me the dribble. Like, don't even make me hunt. Like, just get me right to your stuff. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go in here. I'm gonna probably, I don't know, man. I'm just going. Let me give you a little bit. Let me just go in here a little bit. Early concept for onboarding. The problem, for me, the challenge with this kind of onboarding, and it's really hard to see, is like you have this. Here, let me go in here. Okay, here's the problem. You have this really cool big phone, and I know what he's doing here. He's trying to accommodate for small phones, but like honestly, dude, you got a whole phone to work here, man. Yeah, the production value does gotta step up. It really does. So use the whole phone here. You got this next thing. There's no pagination. There's design patterns for onboarding now that we should really kind of follow. If you want to break that because you have some cool new idea, then please, by all means, like blow my mind. So I'm just giving you like 2 because I'm over it. Sorry. But come back, keep working hard. More stuff. Okay. Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. Seattleite, new to New York City, designing a digital ocean. Previously at Porch. Very cool. Poor Porch. What happened to Porch? Does anyone know what happened to Porch? Someone let me know. Here, let me get this back. Sorry, I kind of like screwed up the camera here. Okay. I'm actually excited to go through this. Let's go through this. So let's just fire these all off, shall we? See what happens. So here's Kylie. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. This I love this context here. I don't know if you guys can see this. When I joined Porch, the company had raised 100 million, grown to 500 employees in 2 years. On the product design team, I helped to develop the logged in Porch experience where homeowners can start and manage their home projects. This is huge, guys. This is so cool. Like, tell your story, right? Like, I have so much empathy for that paragraph right there, right? Because I know how brutal it is. Volume gone down, Mark. Is my volume down? Am I not talking loud enough? Like, the volume's literally down. Let me turn the volume up. How's that? Is that better? I have this cool little stand thing. Okay. You guys hear me? All right, cool. All right. Going back to this deal, guys. So, Kaylee, great job setting context. Context is everything in design. It's everything. You could like have the most simplistic design that gets shipped, but the reasoning behind it is everything. So here we have, you know, she's kind of gone through. She has this wonderful little flow, which I don't really mind because it's short. It's only like 15 seconds. It's cool. Very cool. Error state, love it. Hey, gotta love the error states, right? Love that she's thinking about validation, error validation, UX problems and solutions. This is great. So thinking about this UI in comparison to some that we've seen previously, there's a definite division. There's like this big call to action up here, do a thing, learn more about the thing. There's no confusion for you when you're kind of reading through this thing. You don't get like stuck on stuff. App is beautiful, beautiful story. Real simple walkthrough of this app. It's like 3 days, got it. It's like 2 more. Real cool progressive disclosure here, right? I don't know if that's the right term, but UI is emerging as the user is kind of continually on their journey. Very cool, very impressed, love it. Scout, I don't even want to try to understand what the heck this is going on here. It looks smart. Sometimes that stuff can be a fool, right? Like that could be like a schematic for NASA or something. Yeah, 5 on context alone. This is a well-told story, Chris. I agree with you. It's hard to find the time to even get in here, but this is beautiful. Look at this, my process. She says, my role on this project is broader than some of my professional product design work. I've done user research, pitched, worked on the idea startup weekend, built a community of users ready to beta the app, and rallied an engineering team. So I can tell you, for Kaylee, I can put her in any situation. Any company can come to Design Inc., and if they get Kaylee as a designer to pair with them, man, she is going to take care of them, right? Like there's no question. How many of you would want to work with her? That's the other guide I use, guys, is like, would I want to work with this person? Would I hire them to work on this? Would I hire them to work on Design Inc.? Yes, I would. I would hire her in a second. Now, my beef with her, if I have to give a nit, is I don't see the soul. I see a little bit here. Let's look at this. Let's look at this design graveyard. A final resting place for tidbits of old projects. How cool is this, you guys? Look at this, the graveyard. This is neat. Everyone needs a graveyard, you guys. Add a graveyard to your portfolio. Because like, let me get me back up here. Because basically, we all have graveyards, man. What a cool way to frame this in your portfolio. So, beautiful illustrations, some random concepts. This is cool. This gives me another side of who she is. Beautiful product design. This is really cool. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys, I think Kaylee's a 5. Brian Skeen, Brian drew this for us. Gave us the Design Inc. Unicorn Whale Robot Battler. I gave Brian a 4 because he does more illustration. But I should give him a 5 because he made this dream come true. This, you guys, this picture right here, this is what Design Inc. is all about, all right? This represents who we are. They call designers, the best ones, they call us unicorns, right? Not us, I shouldn't say me, I don't want to put myself in there. We are the unicorns fighting the whale establishment. The establishment is the whale, the behemoth way of thinking. And we have a Design Inc. logo in the back, the Thunderstone, the Design Inc. down here. And here is just a unicorn fighting that whale to. Very cool. Cacti Thug Life, that's fun. You're good. I mean, I have to put a dash here because we don't support you yet, so sorry, brother. Design consultancy, we're gonna pass on you. Aussie, San Francisco. I actually like your logo. So I was critical of all the words before. I don't know if you can see, it says OZZY. I don't know, I kind of like that. I don't know why I like that one, I didn't like the others. Okay, so off the bat, huge names here. Xfinity, Munchery, some beautiful album work. I love these little guys, it's really fun. Tobias does a lot of these that are really cool. So let's look, Munchery logo fun. Let's see what else you got in here. Oh, that's neat. What a fun way to represent a credit card. I like that. I haven't seen that before. I love this, actually. I love when I see ways of representing forms in ways that I haven't really seen before. Notice. I love this. You know, the little date, close or open, Monday's menu. This form is very inviting to me. Like, I really love it. I think form design is one of the most understated skill sets a designer can have. And a lot of designers just shy away from good, clean form design. But this is beautiful, right? This beautiful typography. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about as a logo, as a personal brand, create something that's symbolic. So the name of this is Seller Night, right? So he's taken a star map and they've done some beautiful work here by creating an illustration out of a star map. Cellar Night is probably a place for drinking, so they've done like a little wine cup or something, but in the shape of stars. Really, really well done. Really, really good. What else do we like here? I like you, my friend. Ozzy, I think you're really good. I'm gonna give you 4. I wish you had a little more work, but I can tell you're really good. Okay, writing samples. Okay, I'm gonna come back on you, Serbi, and say writing. We're not doing any writers right now, but we will. Oh man. You guys, this, oh, how cool is this? All right. I'm apologize. So Menachem, I hope I'm not screwing up your name. He has some beautiful work, just beautiful work. And we're gonna go in here. The site is just gorgeous. Those initial screen loaders. This is a little nuts, the view project. It makes it kind of hard to browse. I love this little guy. So let's dive into a few of these. Let's go into this New York Times one. Let's go into this. Oh, okay, I can't see individual windows. All right. So that's cool. Can I slide? No, I gotta go back. Okay. Let's see a few more of these guys. Lights.com. It's cool. This is cool, right? So right here, I don't love it. Add the logo, boom, show it in its context. Really cool. Show it on the site. I like that, right? Taking a small design element and showing how it applies. It's really cool. Here we have a very cool illustration. That's nuts. A little deer. I think some of that in here. No? Let's see what else we got here. Let's look at some of your project design. Theranos to help with developing their web, social, and digital sites. I'm not going to comment on that. Press Cafe. Sorry if you guys are typing and I don't see it. It's good. You're really good at brand, man. Very cool. I love your brand. I love your feel. You're weak with product design. I'm gonna do a 4 and say brand, and so we can know to tag you for just kind of more branding work. Very cool. What's up, Jay Allen? Very cool, man. I like your style. I've seen Envision do this work. This is hard to tell, but you have these like very simple forms. I love those forms. I love this too. How come I can't really zoom into these? Am I doing something wrong? Is this the new dribble profile? Is that what this is? Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah, this is funny. There we go. I love these. I actually love the design, the diagonal stuff. It's cool. It's, you know, whatever. It's a little dated now, but it's cool. This is beautiful. Is it? So I can't. I wish they would load the. There it comes. I need to be patient. This is great. This reminds me a lot of April Zero's work. I love the quantified self kind of stuff. It's hard to know how that plays on mobile if the contrast is too low. Very simple aesthetic. I mean, nothing like earth-shattering here, but also nothing offensive. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong or not. You know, he's got all this other stuff in here. I'm gonna go to your website. I wanna see if I should bump you up. Let me go back to your dribble. See, his dribble is more engaging to me actually. I love that player. It's real beautiful. It's cool to see these in white. So, I mean, one thing I like about this that drives me crazy on Spotify, I like that he's put the repeat and the shuffle like out and exposed. I feel like I'm always hunting for that, so I like that as a feature. The one thing that I wish he had here is like, I don't like tapping these. I like swiping to the next album, which is a personal preference. I would love to see that in here. It's not here. Recipe cards. It's cool. You know, but he lacks like really deep UX and UI problem. Like there isn't really a UX or UI problem here that's really that difficult to solve. You compare this with the Munchery stuff that we saw earlier with those forms. I mean, kind of a nightmare, kind of hard to do. But I like him a lot. I think his aesthetic wins, so I'm gonna give him a 4 and bring him on in. We're gonna do a few more of these, guys. We're gonna do like 7 more of these and we're gonna be done, because I'm tired. Howard, wow, holy crap. Howard has done a lot of stuff. Let's just dive in. Boom, 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 boom. Car site, cool. Beach club, it's the newest, most exclusive day pool in Mandalay Bay. Everyone looks like that there apparently. And ads, you guys know I love ads. Working man, cool. QuickBooks, cool. NFL Now. So this is hard, right? Because Howard has a marketing aesthetic. He is building work sites that are kind of the blue collar sites of the internet. Sites that drive leads, that work, that engage, that have to do something. Beats by Dre, this is beautiful. This is really pretty, I love this. You know, he's helped a bit in the UI here by beautiful photos. The buttons are a little too small, the price is hard to read. I don't love the typography of the price, you can barely read it. Here we go, Washio. Cool, simple. I wish, you know, maybe these weren't multi-tone. This purple kind of kills me a little bit, but it's just me. So this is something that kind of bothers me, is I have this very simple UI and these giant like drop down square boxy thingies are like, it's hard to tell on the phone, but when I look at it, they're like so prominent that it takes away from the information. Tuesday at 6, my pickup should be a Tuesday 6:23 at 7:30. And I feel like there could have been a better way to lay this out. The word pickup, return on location are bigger than the actual dates that matter. And these big drop down things are just too big.
Yeah, kind of got lost in making it simple. And the other thing that kind of concerns me is the color harmony. This blue, this pink, and this is actually like a purple. It's hard to tell again on the phone. It's not black. It's weird. It just is weird. It feels off. So I don't love that per se. So Howard's a hard one for me, guys. He really is, because I personally don't love the aesthetic. But he also he's very prolific, right? He's done a lot of work. You know, a lot of these brands trust him to get stuff done. So I'm actually going to give Howard a 4 and I'll let him on the platform. And the reason is when he does have the luxury of the good photography, but guys, what's interesting is someone's going to come to his profile on Design Inc. They're going to see who he is. They're going to see the kind of designer he is. And if they want a marketing site, like for, you know, they're going to see something like about Beats and say it's a company like Skull Candy or something, they may want to work with Howard. They may see his work and be like, you know what, this is right up our alley. And I think that Howard, from his portfolio, has found a really nice niche where he has relationships with these large brands. They trust him. They trust him with their content, that he'll do a good job. And he's willing to, you know, do that kind of work. So good for him. Good job, Howard. Gene, oh Gene, I'm going to give you a 4, but I really want to give you a 5, but I'm giving you a 4 to keep you humble. But you deserve a 5, but you're getting a 4 because you're like kind of ridiculously good. But you're getting a 4, not a 5, sorry. Gene Ross, everybody, very good. He's triple.com/Gene Ross. Did a lot of the work for, you know, Ship, did a lot of the Ship redesign work, really beautiful, really cool. Like, let me show you the Ship work for a second. One of the reasons I love what they did for Ship is, for a long time, web topography and the promise of CSS and the promise of dynamic layouts was to take what we've been doing in print design for 30 years and bringing it onto the web. And I felt like Ship really nailed it, right? They've combined the best of both. Beautiful layout, right? But look what they've done here. This is a beautiful way, there's a beautiful call to action right here. Shipping made easy. So they've done a nice job of combining what we've seen and taking the best of print design, pulling it into what works best for web design. Meaning very clear call to action. This is the only orange on the whole site, well, that pencil, but this is clearly what you do for this kind of thing. So really kick-ass job, Gene. I love that. Let me go back here a little bit. What's another one that'll be interesting? You can kind of see the same here. Let's look at Lux. Lux is a startup in San Francisco. It's Valet Anywhere. Another kind of thing, you know, again, taking some of the best stuff from print design, pulling it into the web. Again, real great use of color. There's no question. There's only one thing that you're doing here. There's no confusion. Scrolling down, clear, you know, clear call to action. Clear, your eye just naturally kind of goes to this smiling man's face with the halo. Meet your valet. Okay, cool. And then you kind of read about it, and then you kind of go and roll. It's wonderful. Good tracking there on the eye. Let's pick another good example just to kind of close Gene out. Who should get a 5, but I'm giving a 4 to keep him humble. Forget it. Gene, I'm giving you a 5. You're good. We'll give you a 5. That's it. We don't need to look at more Gene because he's really good. John, it looks like your URL broke, so I'll try to find you later. Peter Del Tondo. Hello, Peter. Irvine, California. Woohoo! Oh, Creative South. Very cool. Who's been to Creative South out there, guys? This guy did the logo. Very cool. Make things that matter. Oh, I love this. Let's look at this form. What is this for? This is cool. Slide your budget. Oh, neat. This is kind of like tell me a bit about yourself kind of thing. Very cool. I like that. I like that slider. Might have to borrow that. We're hiring. What's this guy? A little brand map. We are pregnant. Very cool. I love it, Peter. Good job, man. You're great. Give you a 4. Very fun. See, Peter to me represents, who's that? Who Josh? Did Josh Austin just join? Who just joined? What I love about what Peter's done, you guys, is even though he's done some simple UI stuff, there's a beautiful aesthetic and taste to it, right? Like even though he's done, you know, a simple login screen here, he's taken the time to do custom typography, played a bit with the form here. What up, Josh? Didn't really mess around. You know, he kind of did something kind of cute and creative. I'd have to look at this on a phone. This typography may be too small, but even simple things like typing the word email and password in all caps is really cool. It separates from the mixed case that typically that a user will typically type in here, so there's no confusion on those form fields. So we love that. But he's just good. He's got like a cool style. I like it. Okay, we are almost done. So last one is Andrew Huck. He's a president based in the Ukraine. Let me check my thing here. We can't do you, Andrew, because we're not going to the Ukraine yet, and you don't have any work, so I can't. You get a 1. Sorry, dude. Let's see what else we have. Maybe we'll do one more. We'll do one more, okay, guys? Let me look at DJ Brinkerhoff. What is this? Is this real? What is happening? Who's DJ Brinkerhoff? Should I know who that is? Did you do this? Did you do this page? It's kind of cool. Did you do more stuff? I can't tell. So I'm giving you a 2 because I can't tell if you have any more work. I want to end on a good one, guys. Let's try Victor. Victor, save us. Save us, save us. Victor Huang, your thing doesn't work. Victor, your Victor does not work, brother. Okay, that sucks. Okay, Kyson, please work. Please, for the love. Kyson Dana. Ooh, I love your site, dude. Very cool. Okay. Very nice. I love this, guys. I like this hand shot. It's not typical. Kyson's legit. All right. Oh, you got a shout out from Josh Austin. Josh, we're ranking people 1 to 5. Oh, did he do dribble? Did he do album surfboard? Fascinating. Fascinating. All right, Kyson. Very cool. This is beautiful. So one thing that Kyson, this is the first, actually, maybe some other designers have done, I haven't noticed. I love how Dyson has these beautiful layouts, and then down here, just pulled in his dribble shots. Makes it real easy to review his portfolio. I also love that he's done a mix of illustration, typography, illustration work, true illustration work, branding, right? Web, mobile. So how neat is that? So you get a really good taste of the diversity of his skill set. So let's just jump into a few of these, shall we? Boom, boom. Wonderful write-up. This is cool. I wouldn't have expected all this. It's hard to know. You know, this is fun. Kind of some fun quotes. It's just ugly. It's funny. So he's kind of run through this. If I had more time, I'd really want to spend some time there. This is cool, guys. This trendscape, very neat. Design explorations, very cool. The final design. This is how you do it, guys. This is a great one to end on. This is how you freaking show a product design. This is how you go from the background to what you're trying to solve, to the point of view, to the user research, to your opinion, your theory of what you developed from user research, the principles you want to bring. Context is king. No new UI. What's going on in the landscape? What did we think about? Where did we end up? And he looks like he capped this whole thing off with a really cool little video.
How many apps do you use to do your job?
A lot.
A little time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
All
right. All right. That's about how I watch videos. Kyson, my friend, you're getting a 5 because you're kind of out of control with how good you are. So that's it, guys. I think that I am done for today on this. We didn't get through many. We only did about 50. I have like 350 left to go. I'm doing the reverse camera thing, so I'm like looking at your stuff here and talking to you here. You know, I don't know. I hope that you guys learned a few things. I certainly am not the most
expert on things, you're welcome for the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love working with other designers. I love looking at these portfolios and seeing where people are. It's really inspiring. You know, you come across someone like Kaisen, and he's so good, you know, so diverse, beautiful. You know, to me, I look at someone like Kaisen, and this to me is kind of the future designers that are coming up. Just beautiful illustration work, you guys, and just incredible sense of style. Like, look at that beautiful bear. Look at this logo, right? Look at this. This is interesting. This is not the best thing. I don't love this thing, but it's on trend, right? It was in March 21, 2015. Star Wars was really big last year. It's kind of a fun homage to that. Creating unique ways to display their work, not being afraid to play with color here. These kind of green offset onto whatever this photo is. Just cool, you know. And I think that, like, as we look at as we start looking at designers that we want to pull into Design Inc., we want to make sure that all the designers are just incredible, like the best of the best of the best. And we want to make it a big deal when you kind of join up with us. Anyway, that's it for today. We're dropping like flies here. We're down to 17. It's good to see you. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for chilling with us. And we hope you have a wonderful night. Have a good night. Ciao. Peace out. Brown trout. I'm going to hit stop here somewhere. Swipe down to stop. All right.